there, and welcome back once again to some more Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Today we'll continue on the Let's Play, and this is episode 5. In today's episode, we are going ahead and doing Avery's Missions, the real estate mogul, voiced by Burt Reynolds. Let's have a look and see what he wants us to do in 4 Iron. And also my favourite cutscenes, where you get to see the limo almost crash into the wall. It does sometimes. I think that's when cheats are involved.
Come in and park yourself on the hide, son. Hell, my daddy used to say, never look a gift horse in the mouth. And by golly, he never did. Would you like a drop of the old Kentucky?
No thanks.
A clean thinker. I like that. Now, the property business isn't all about highfalutin paper pushing. It's about dirt, and the will to claim that dirt. You with me, son?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I need some tenacious bastard to let go of some dirt. And you look to me like the kind of guy to persuade him.
Persuasion's my forte.
Yeah, he'll be down at the country club, down on the golf course. They don't allow guns, so his bodyguards won't be packing lawgivers. Go beat 8 tons of crap out of him. Here now, I got you a membership. And boy, you're gonna need more appropriate clothing.
This guy's my new friend. I never had a friend with a wig before.
I love that line as well. I've never had a friend with a wig before. Right, yes, it's kind of hard to see these missions now, considering we sort of know how much turmoil there was between Burt Reynolds and the people who were trying to, well, Rockstar Games, and essentially trying to make him a good voice actor. And I think there was also some issues with Saints Row 3 as well, but either way, I still love Burt Reynolds, absolute legend of an actor. Also, I really want his mustache, or did. Right, let's go ahead and get ourselves some new clothes, and then we'll go to the golf course, and of course use a little bit of an exploit, because this mission is a cunt if you don't. Beautiful. I think it is you, Tommy. I kind of like the golf look. It's pretty good. Right. The Leaf Links Golf Club. So we've got to go over there, and well, the way you're supposed to do this mission is you cross through the security gates, have your weapons taken off you, and then manage to beat this guy to death somehow. I don't think I've ever been able to do this mission legitimately. I'm actually trying to think of any times in history where I've been able to do this correctly. If you ever have, let me know down below in the comment section exactly how this is supposed to go, because I don't really know. What I do know is I'm going to use an exploit to get my weapons in the golf club, which is not that way. I think I picked a kind of a bad vehicle to do this. No, I haven't. Right, cool. So we've done that. Now we're just got to make our way over to the target. Like I said, we've got all our weapons intact. I think we've got a sniper on us as well, so we will actually just snipe the guy. Probably can get a good angle on him from here. I don't quite like... I need to be able to see a little bit of a body to... There we go. There we go. And answer the phone.
Yo, Tommy, it's Lance.
Yeah?
Oh, nice to hear from you, Lance. Come on, man, be cool, be cool.
I'm in the middle of something. What do you want?
Nothing. Just to say, look, Tommy, we can do this thing, you and me, no problem. You know what I mean?
We're going to have to do it, because otherwise we're going to be dead, Lance. We're in too far now. But thanks for the call. Speak to you later.
Bit of a weird call from Lance, but never mind. Right, let's go through the security gates and now get all the weapons that weren't taken off us before. It would be kind of nice if Rockstar made a non-exploit way to get into the golf club with your weapons, but there you go. I mean, like maybe, secretly take out the security guards or kill some cameras or something like that, but no. Essentially, you either have to fly a helicopter into there, or do what I did, which is use the roof of a car to jump over the fence. Although you've got to make sure... Mind you, the Comet can do it. Just using the Landstalker, because that's what vehicle I was in before. Alright, Demolition Man. One of people's favourite missions, this one.
Now look here, son. I got a problem, and I reckon you could help me with it.
I'm no builder.
No, I was thinking more of your demolition skills. Now this is the development as planned, and this is the property that we're looking at.
You're trying to say this new office block is kind of in the way.
You catch on quick. Now I'm gonna head out of town for a while, and if that office development were to face sudden and insurmountable structural problems, then
As a civil-minded individual, you feel obliged to step in and save the rejuvenation of an important area of the city.
Where can I get more guys like you?
Beautiful. Right, this is a mission that people really don't like, and to be perfectly honest with you, I've never really understand the hatred for this mission. I understand hatred for the chase, Phantom Fair, for fastest boat, for pretty much any Diaz mission actually now that I think about it. But this one specifically, I've never really had all that much of an issue with. Essentially, what you are tasked to do is fly this remote control helicopter into this building using these bombs, and you set the bombs down on little platforms, and you do have a little bit of a time limit to contend with. I've never really understood the problem with this mission. I guess the remote control helicopter is a little hard to fly, but I don't actually think it's all that difficult. It does make it kind of awkward that the office isn't just open plan, but, you know. Yeah, essentially once you figure out the layout of the building, sort of how the staircase works and so on and so forth, you're pretty much okay. I don't find the remote control helicopter particularly difficult to pilot, but I guess some people may. I do like it how it says you've got 7 minutes to plant the bombs once you've planted the first one, but it's actually just 7 minutes in general. Essentially the whole goal of this is just to keep the helicopter relatively high up, because these guys do have hammers. I don't know if they can kill the helicopter. That might be an issue, but I don't think I've ever seen it. Then again, I say that. In Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, of course, everyone remembers Zero's missions. I think those you actually have a legitimate point, but I never really found Air Raid. Is it Air Raid? No, it's the one after Air Raid. Supply lines. I never really found supply lines all that difficult until I played it again recently, because I don't think I ever had the Red Baron actually explode on me when I was playing the game normally, but it turns out they can actually shoot and kill the Red Baron quite easily, which I never realised was a thing before playing that mission, so yeah, kind of strange, but there you go. Also, you can slaughter people with the blades, apparently. This RC helicopter apparently has ridiculously tough blades. Who would have known? Alright, doing pretty well so far though. Again, they're all sort of running around panicking. There are security guards with pistols. I'm trying to remember if they can actually kill the RC helicopter. I guess if you fly it into enough stuff you could maybe take it out as well, but as long as you're relatively careful with the way you're flying it, just fly it like you would a normal helicopter. The hitbox looks a bit weird on it. Basically, I'm trying to find a way to justify people saying this mission's hard, because I don't particularly find it all that difficult. I don't think I've ever really found it all that difficult. I think I've done it once where the helicopter spawned upside down, but I think that was a cheat-related issue, maybe flying cars or something like that, so yeah, in terms of this mission normally, I can't say it causes too many issues. And also, one nice thing with the staircase is if you just fly up, you can end up on a different floor, like that. I say like that, I don't think I've actually ended up on the next floor. Yeah, because it's sort of this central staircase. Okay, yeah. Well, I thought I did, but never mind. It's slightly more complicated than I remembered. Woo. Tried to run that guy over with blades, but it didn't really work. I might give it another go in a minute, because he's the annoying one. Also, you do get a pretty good dead zone on how close the bomb has to be. There we go. Yep, there's another security guard up here. Doesn't really matter, because we're never going to be on this floor again. Also, you can make the construction workers jump to their deaths if you plan this correctly enough. I really like it how the people chase after the helicopter and don't notice the fact the helicopter's coming constantly towards the bombs which are mounted over here, and they don't move the bombs, and they don't realise the guy inside the van is the guy piloting the helicopter. Lots of conveniences when it comes to this mission, apparently, of stuff being forgotten. See, look, they're all over here and they're all just going to chase after the helicopter, not the fact there's a guy in the van controlling the helicopter currently. A bit strange, but there you go. Right. I could swear you could fly up from one of these. And just go straight to the next floor up. I might be misremembering though. It's highly likely I'll be misremembering. Also, I used to do this the complete opposite way of the way you're supposed to do it. Usually, I used to go for the top floor bomb first, but it actually really doesn't matter what order you go for these in, because either way you have to plant Alt 4, and the time limit just starts as soon as you're in the van. If the time limit did not start as soon as you was in the van, it would make a lot more sense to come and do these top ones first, but considering it does, yeah. Landed on the barrel, landed on the barrel, come on. There we go. And also, you might have noticed there, if you look over there, the skybox kind of flickers. That's just a weird... Every single platform seems to have a weird issue with it doing that. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Also, apparently... Okay, that's weird. The LOD model is actually just of the pristine building. That was kind of strange. I thought I'd maybe done that mission wrong. Anyways, 2-bit hit. Let's see what he wants this time as he rolls up in his limo with Fiat Punto hubcaps. Because, sure.
Tommy, this is Donald Love. Donald, this here is Tommy Vercetti, the latest gunslinger to come to these parts. Now, Donald, you just shut up and listen, and you might learn something. Now, nothing brings down real estate prices quicker than a good old-fashioned gang war. Except maybe a disaster like a biblical plague or something, but that may be going too far in this case. You getting this down, you four-eyed prick? Now, recently a gang lord died. You disguise yourself and head on down and crash the funeral. Mix it up and then hightail it. You getting this down, Donald? Well, that ought to put the coyote in the chicken coop, huh? And then we'll just sit back and watch the prices tumble.
So you might have noticed in that mission, specifically, a bit of the... That was actually the mission I was on about a couple of episodes ago with the Haitian friendly dialogue. You might have noticed after the cutscene ended he was still talking. It doesn't look quite as bad as I remember. I don't know if they maybe tried to fix it in this PS4 version. But if you watch the original version of that cutscene and then watch that version of it, you'll notice a load of difference, because of course in the normal version they'll sit there and go, you know, recently a Haitian gang lord died, they think the Cubans did it, blah 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 blah, Haitians and Cubans don't like each other, but they skip a lot of that in that cutscene. They basically half the time of it by getting rid of a lot of the information, so... You know, I think it was kind of a weird move to call the gangs Haitians and Cubans in general. They probably should have thought of an actual name for them. But, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Haitian-Cuban sort of differences they made, considering they didn't really make... Like, you can still obviously tell what the gangs are, so it's a little bit sort of broken in that regard. They probably should have tried harder, but there you go. Also, I'm going to show you a little tip on this mission, how to make it a lot quicker. The way you're usually supposed to do this is go ahead and crash the funeral. And then eventually the gang lord will drive off in the hearse and you have to chase after him as he drops bomb-laden coffins on you. Alternatively, you can just do it this way. Which he's there. Take him out like that. Go, go, go. Police bribes there. And now we just have to drive away. Like so. And there we go. Yeah. A lot more straightforward of a way to go ahead and do that mission, is it not? So, yeah, that's a pretty simple way to do that in case you was ever stuck on 2-bit hit. It's surprising how many sort of little exploits there are to get around the way Vice City does its missions, so yeah, they're often worth bearing in mind, and it's also useful to really know how to cut down, because there are a lot of frustrating missions in this game, and it's kind of thankful that, you know, for the most part, about 75% of them can actually be cut down upon. Also, we got a phone call, let's answer that quickly.
Hey, Leo, I got some work for you.
This ain't Leo.
Hey, if Leo knows you got his phone, he's gonna kill you.
Maybe Leo's already dead. Maybe I killed Leo and took his phone. Did you ever think of that, prick?
You kill Leo? You must have big cojones. Wanna work for me? Drop by my father's cafe in Little Havana, and we'll talk mano y mano.
Beautiful. And that's how business relationships are formed. So we have another new contact point, but for the next episode we are going to go back to Cortez and see what he wants, and eventually start wrapping up this Diaz saga. So thank you all very much for watching. Join me for that. Until next time, farewell.
You know the fear, the sorrow that my heart holds in, knowing just where my hopes and dreams are going. I'll only you bear. Got up in a war that you are not part of. Eyes on this letter, your father with love.